Welcome to the garden tour at Turtle Run House. The house sits on just a bit less than a quarter acre. Let's start our tour here on the north side. Down there we're going to see the golden bamboo that I hope will not stay quite that small. This should get huge and screen most of the front yard. Over here there's a pitaya, otherwise known as a dragon fruit. Eventually I'm hoping it'll crawl up that mahogany tree. That mahogany tree will make some wonderful wood for my grandchildren, but for me it's just useless. Well, I get leaves out of it for compost. This is a garden bed that I built myself. This is not cemented together or anything. It's just brick on brick, and we've got cacti and ornamental flowers. There's my fire bush. And I put more stones down for a border, and you can see the beginnings of a medicinal garden. I've got a katuk here, and some rosemary, and two kinds of Malabar spinach. All of those very healthy for you. This is an aloe vera, and some comfrey. Comfrey is used for other reasons, but medicinally it's called knit bone. You use it for making poultices. That's a ground lily and a hibiscus, and there's my pineapple. I've been growing that pineapple for a year and a half, and I finally got something out of it. That's a flowering vine. That's a mandevilla. There you go. And here are some staghorns. That is a bougainvillea that used to try to eat the house. It's still trying to eat the house. There's some marigolds and some onions from the store. Some decorative, those are sweet potatoes right there. Those are Hawaiian purple sweet potatoes, and this is the mandevilla that really convinced us that we wanted more of them, because that one's doing really well. Other ones, they're struggling a little bit, but this one here is a beautiful blue flowering plant that you can see the blue flowers that are on the ground now. It's 97 degrees out, so it's not doing so well. Another mandevilla. Again, it's struggling a little bit in the heat. Some purple and some blue flowers. This one is a beautiful purple leaf thing, and we've come to the front door of the house, and right here is where I have my plant propagation area right now. You can see this is probably not the best place for it. Over here we have some more staghorns. I rescued some staghorns and I've just got them strapped to a pallet right now. Maybe they'll grow over the pallet, who knows. There's another staghorn, just basic plant propagation stuff. Okay, I've got a whole tray of marigolds there. You can see the sunflowers are doing well. Basket flowers next to them haven't come up yet. Sunflowers there, basket flowers, zinnias, yeah, and a couple of other things there that I can't really read from the video. There's two Everglade tomatoes and some other tropical things that I've tried to rescue. I tried to put some of the things out in full sun. Not such a good idea, even if it says full sun for Florida. Not. This is the east side of the house, and what's going to become the propagation area. This is going to be hidden from view. It's probably a much better place than having it out in the front, on the front area where Karen would like to be able to entertain. You can see I'm already starting to pile stuff up there. This is a banana circle. This is a huge pit filled with mulch, mainly coconut palm fronds and other detritus, lawn clippings. Piled up, the dirt is all piled up in a circle, and I've planted it into the mound. And mostly these are papayas, because I couldn't afford banana trees all over the place, but I did afford two. Okay, so I got bananas. There's another comfrey that you can see in there that's going wild. And this all this organic matter in this pit, which is about 4.5 feet deep, is just soaking up water and nutrients and compost, and it's just all breaking down. And you can see that there's other things that are planted in there. Here's a small banana that I thought I had lost during Matthew. It completely died back, and then about a week later it came back up. This is the one that survived. This is a tree that the previous owner had cut back so much that it just died. This is going to be a lane that I have. You can see the edge of my garden here, what's going to be my vegetable area, my annuals. And this is going to be a garden here. On the left, I'm going to plant, I'm not really sure what I'm going to plant. Something vining, something flowery, something very pleasant. I haven't got completely decided what that's going to be. And as you can see, the whole place is going to be divided up into these little rooms. Right now, I've just got a compost pile back here. My neighbor works on cars, so if he has an objection to my compost pile, then we can have a discussion about aesthetics that he will lose. All right, this is the backyard, all the way in the back of the property. You can see that we have an easement for the canal. I can't really build anything there, but I can grow pretty much anything. Anyway, so this is the canal that goes through that the dog just loves to play in. He's about the size of a horse, and he comes in, absolutely covered in mud. And this is also where the turtles are. We found some snapping turtles in here. They're enormous down here, and they just love to come through here. This used to be a sunflower bed. You can see I've still got one sunflower left, and I'm going to cut those down. Apparently the squirrels down here just love sunflower seeds. And this is going to be an ornamental bed. There's the screened in area. Here's another view of my garden bed, my annuals. Okay, this is there's a mango tree there. I call him Bob. They're all named Bob. All my fruit trees are named Bob, by the way. It's easy to tell them apart because they're all Bob. Okay, this is going to be ornamental flowers, possibly a rose garden. You can see there's a bit of a sweet potato bed there. I don't even know if anything is actually grown in there. I've tried to dig those up. Sometimes you get tubers out of them, sometimes you don't. This is where I had the original Three Sisters garden. I grew corn, beans, and squash here. The squash got eaten alive. The corn produced a little bit, and the beans, I got tons and tons of beans out, different kinds of beans. These are my first flower beds. We're going to keep these. These are going to be herb beds. Okay, so you can see strawberries and cabbages, and there's in the back there. That's an Everglades tomato. I've already gotten a lot of tomatoes out of that. It actually grows in the heat down here. These are eggplants that you see most prominently. There's a strawberry again. Let's come around here, and there's the eggplants again. Look at the basil here. You can see the basil starting to bolt, produce flowers. I don't want it to do that yet. I'd like to collect a little more basil. Right now, the smell of basil is overpowering right now just from picking these flowers off. If you like to just munch on basil, I would highly recommend avoiding eating the flowers, the flowering portion. I did that once. I'm glad I was close to home when that happened. It was a little disorientating. Oh, here's my jalapenos. Let's see if there's anything ready for harvest here. No, I've already gotten 2 baskets out of that one. That ghost pepper is right there. I had a real problem with the rabbits eating the peppers until they got the ghost pepper, and after that there hasn't been a problem. Let's see if this is ready for harvest here.
You did?
Yeah. Ooh. Okay, I'm going to stir fry that for dinner tonight. Yeah, that's going to be good. Let's see if this other one's ready. If it comes off, it is. If it doesn't, then it might not be ready. Okay. Well, I've got 2 more. And we can do what we will with it. This is the lychee tree. And I think back here we have a Barbados cherry that is actually going to start flowering fairly soon. But that gives us an idea of what I've got going here. I hope you enjoyed the tour.
He's getting in! Everybody, you watch this turtle!